Welcome back to Doggone RV'N. I've got myself a new toy here finally, a Ho-Hem 3-axis gimbal for my smartphone that I'm learning to use. I'm not sure if I screwed it up here accidentally as far as trying to balance this thing, but the Bluetooth is supposed to be working. The light says it's on, but I'm still not too sure about how well this thing is working, because I am definitely not a tech guy. Anyway, what I'm doing is, of course, rearranging my cabinets and changing things on the interior once again, because on every trip I take, like I said in the past, I take notes on what I used, that I took, what I didn't use, and what I should have taken. So with those notes in hand, after a 3.5-month long trip, I'm making some more improvements. I found out that I take way too much food, canned especially, so I'm cutting that way down. I'm going to be packing food for a 2-week menu. Of course, I'll have other things that are condiments and stuff like that I use daily that I'll buy in larger quantities and keep in the fridge. And then the fridge and freezer will have more fresh produce, meats, vegetables, fruits, and stuff like that I will replace every 2 weeks or so. But the canned goods are for little quick things like lunch or a breakfast or something like that. Anyway, one of the things I noticed this trip is that I didn't have the little slip covers on that were made earlier by my seamstress friend, because I wanted to enjoy the actual upholstery. Well, having this down the back seat here into the bed, even with the queen size sleeping bag on it and just kind of leaving it that way, the dogs jumping up and down on it kind of still caused the stitching to come unstitched. So what I'm going to have to do is sew that up, and then I'm going to put the blue little cover slip over it and try to anchor that sucker down better with some wide angle elastic tape. I mean, wide angle elastic, whatever this stuff is. It's like a cloth, but it's elastic. But I need something that's flexible, but will keep that slipcover taut, so it just doesn't bunch up. So that's one of my projects I'm working on here this month. And then let's see, what else have I done? You can see I'm taking things apart, emptied out all of the cupboards. Gonna reorganize those because I'm rethinking the food I pack that a lot of times I don't actually use, or use all of it up to replace at least. So I tell you, everybody's out and about here, no matter what they say, and they all want to get out and about when I'm trying to make videos. So it's a no-win situation, just like normal life again. Well, let's see what else. I found out that my new CD AM FM player that I installed needs a much better antenna, an exterior antenna out the roof, because the one I had was just tucked in the back here behind the unit, and that's not good enough, because some of the places I go, this doesn't get any reception at all, but my antenna for the dash radio does. So I'm changing that up. I'm getting a 13-inch tall or better weatherproof antenna put in the roof right above the unit here. So that should greatly improve my reception. At least that's what I want to believe. Some of the other things are that I got rid of that crappy gray wore out floor mat down here that just collected sand like the beach does. And when I took that thing out and shook it outside, it was like being in a sandstorm. So I got rid of that thing because all it collected was dog hair and dirt and sand. So this will be a whole lot easier to sweep out, keep clean. And then I put some sticky pads down here to kind of help hold Sarah's little bed there, so she can lie down or sit here between the seats like she likes to, and just keep an eye on both of us as we truck down the highway. Another one of the things is I got rid of this inside door shower here because I never used a darn thing, and it was tucked up in this corner, and it was hanging here from the little bars in the ceiling, and it draped all the way down here and was in the way of the little handle here for the toilet. And since I have no intention of ever using this thing as a wet bath, I got rid of it. And boy, if nothing else, visually it makes the interior of this look so much bigger, and I feel like I've got so much more elbow room. Plus, another thing, on my last trip I installed my medicine cabinet, and I added one extra shelf because they never give you enough shelves in these darn things, and I fastened it in. I had to get rid of that little mirror they had glued on there, and that was quite a project. If you've seen my improvement videos, you'll see how I did that. But anyway, this is great. Doing this with the shelves, emptied out a couple of small bins I had in the cabinets up here, which gave me more room in the cabinets, put everything in here, and made this so much more accessible, just like at home. And that has worked out great. And then, of course, one of the other changes was getting rid of those little stubby faucets that you couldn't even get a Dixie cup under, and put these gooseneck ones in. But I still have room for my shower. And what do I use that for? Well, I've got my folding bassinet here, and I'll put that down on the toilet, and I'll just shower my hair in that, and that works out fine. And I can use it for dishes or all kinds of things. One of the other things I'm working on is, let me close this up, I'm following some instructions on how to build my outside shower. My outside shower unit is right there. It's got hot and cold running water with a shower unit. I use that for rinsing off the dogs and stuff like that when we've been to the beach and such. But after watching from She to Me, I'm going to build one of those outside shower units that she shows. Now, I don't know if hers is exactly like mine. Hers is a 2018, mine's a 2008. But this is metal here. That's some kind of plastic, and it's metal down here. So I'm not sure how this is going to stick, but I'm trying to figure that out. Here's the shower fixture I'm working on as per the example in From She to Me. I've got my two pieces there of shower curtain that I've yet to put together. I've already set this thing up once and stuck it to the side of the house just to prop it up so I could put the shower curtains on, measure their length, and trim them so they're not draping in the ground. I also got one of those bamboo floor mats that I can stand on so I'm not standing in the rocks and the water and the mud. But I had to go to a few stores and get my supplies, and I had to get these little parts here that have the screw parts, the female parts, and then the male parts, so I could easily put together the taller sections. And I also got a little tube of Vaseline so I could put a little bit of Vaseline on the edges here when I put these in to the little angles and stuff, so it's easy to get off once they're on, and I can put them on well enough to support the entire structure. So anyway, I know if they get dirty with the Vaseline collect dust, that's easy to just wipe off and put clean Vaseline on. So those are the projects I'm currently working on, getting my RV prepped and ready for our next expedition here pretty soon. So until later, I hope everyone is staying well in good spirits. It's almost over. They're loosening their grip on all the states and sections of the country. So that will allow us to get out of our houses, out of our towns and cities, and even out of our own state, and once again have the freedom to travel through our country. So we'll talk later, guys. Thanks for coming back, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Well, the girls are enjoying this one sunny day we're having, and they're always looking around, always interested in what is out and about on such a nice day. They're very attentive, and Sarah saw something, so she's taken off. Kate, oh, you're still yawning? Still early in the morning, huh, girl? Still early, huh? Huh, girl? Yeah. Look at that face. What a face. Oh, yeah. Okay, you gonna go play Sarah? Alrighty. Well, alright then. We'll see him later.